We are just going from the Amavasya or the new moon. There is now a party. Venus and Mercury are dancing with the Mars. So Venus just entered the Capricorn. We can say this is like early art development, and the Mars exalted some. You will get properties, interior design. Most of the paintings will be of the crocodiles. We have the Capricorn there. And recently, like in the Top Gun, I was involved in the special mission to find the ascendant with the source time after lunch. So that was the time given, and we basically were going through in the period of 3 ascendants. It was either Sagittarius to Aquarius. So let us go to the tips which comes from this tradition, or rather my hopefully lifetime subscription to my Guruji. Let us see how I have solved this puzzle. So I have divided this into 3 parts. In the first one, we are trying to understand if the prashna really holds the answer to find the proper ascendant sign in the Raśi chart, in the people who don't have this exact hour. In the second one, we try to use the natal rules to, if we have, for example, if prashna will leave us with 2 options, then I will show you how I was using 3 rules to decide on the proper ascendant. And in the third part, I will share the rule how to reduce the Navamsa possibilities, because as you may guess, we have 9 options in the Navamsa, so it's very risky situation. So from 9 to 3, if we would have such rules, then it would be immensely helpful, and we have such rule. So I will also tell how I arrived from the street to this one proper Navamsa Lagna. As you may assume, the wrong rectification can really twist the whole prediction. So now, instead of in next 6 months you will be married, we are going to in next 6 months you will be divorced. So there can be really changes if we don't have the proper ascendant, especially in the main chart. I'm sure that not all of you have properly rectified the chart. Some of you are probably in the range of 20 minutes, some are in the hour, or some are 3 hours, and some people don't have any information, only the date is given. If you are in this category, or you want to help other people with such dilemmas, then this video may prove helpful to you. So the first method is using the prashna. Prashna is the horary chart. Is the chart when we are asking the question. And this is the connection between the macro and micro, working here in a bit different way, not in the birth chart, but in the question chart. And this method is present in all schools of the astrological tradition. These methods are extensively used: the Jataka birth chart, prashna, which is horary chart, and muhurta, which is election chart. So new event, new start, all these 3 techniques are, I would say, most popularly and widely used in all tradition of astrology. And in the Vedic texts, there are shlokas which say that if you have a lost hour, if you don't know your time, then you need to draw this horary chart. You need to draw this prashna to find out what is your time. But to get this response from the nature, from the Brahman, or to get this micro-macro bridge, you also need to be sure that yes, this prashna holds the answer, because many times it will be like this, that someone is asking me, oh, please draw me prashna and tell me if I will pass the exam, or if what will be the outcome of this conflict in the work, or if this relationship is good. I have daily many such questions, but sometimes I have to say, sorry, in this prashna there is no answer, you need to ask later. And this we are normally seeing if the prashna of the Navamsa is giving the connection to the natal lagna, birth lagna. For example, if someone is asking me, he has Leo lagna, and I'm drawing the prashna and Navamsa is Aries or Sagittarius or Leo, the fiery tattva, then we can say that yes, this is a prashna for this person. There is the answer, and we can then proceed with the analyzing the chart. But if that is not there, if there is a Cancer or Capricorn lagna, there is no answer. This nature is somehow doesn't have the answer, and if you will predict based on that, then whatever you say will be probably wrong. Now the problem comes because the person doesn't know what is his or her ascendant, so you don't know if there is answer in this prashna, because you cannot use this Navamsa method. So what to do in such situation? So we have basically 2 ways. The first one is that Mandi, there is a special Upagraha. This will be in Devaguru, there is MN, also in other software you can find this. But with Devaguru software, you are sure that the settings for calculating this Mandi are right. So the Mandi point in the chart, which is MN, you need to also allow this to show it in the chart, must be somehow connected to the Lagna, to the ascendant. And then it shows that this prashna is for a person where we are looking for the lost time. So in this case, it was not very conclusive because we have Mandi in Cancer, Ascendant in Aquarius. They are connected through their lordship. Moon is with Rahu. But I was told that this is not very conclusive. We got a bit negative answer here. But the second step, which Guruji taught me, and I think I remember it was in some of the past PDFs or lectures of Sanjayji, where he also mentioned interesting rule that the moon of the natal chart has to be connected to the ascendant. Now Rashi ascendant, not the Navamsa ascendant, Rashi ascendant. Rashi is the main chart of the prashna. If that is there, then we could say yes, this prashna is also valid. It's there is connection, micro macro. Nature is answering you, to use that impersonal description. So we would say yes, there is second step approving the whole process, because in the natal chart the moon is in Libra, and this is very nice method because the moon will not change. I mean, it can change within day to the other sign, but at least we have some stability here. Libra, moon in Libra, and prashna in Aquarius, again Trikona. So the same element, same tattva, both Libra and both Aquarius are Vayu tattva, airy element. So this is showing there is some identity sync with that. Trikona is showing the same direction, same identity, it's approval. So now with these two rules we know, oh, this prashna is helpful, we can use that. And in the Navamsa we got Aries, and Aries and Libra were empty. It was quite also not very conclusive to find which one's one stronger, so we got at least Capricorn was out. It could be Sagittarius or Aquarius. Just to remind you, we are looking for the lost birth time, lost hour for our client. The source time was after lunch. We are reducing the possibilities from Sagittarius to Aquarius. That prashna helped us to reduce it to either Sagittarius or Aquarius. Now we are going to the second point, and here we are using the natal chart. We are now choosing which one is the proper one. First point was that the Navamsa of prashna is connected to Mars and Rahu. So Sagittarius is like very direct, right? You have Mars and Rahu there, so it's like, oh my god, this is the answer for this specific person. Very, very accurate. Second point is, it cannot be Capricorn because the divorce was in Venus-Jupiter. Jupiter would be in the 7th house. Unlikely. So Sagittarius or Aquarius have much better option. Now the Sagittarius was chosen because we know also that person get into business through a spouse related to farming. So usually very high chance 7 and 10 must be connected to this beautiful entrepreneurship yoga in the Libra here. Having this Mercury and Moon, which is showing the farming, the mill, all these resources which were involved. So this is definitely not Aquarius because 7 and 10 will be somewhere else. Very unlikely. There could be some direct, some bridge, of course, there will be some exceptions, and I know that the charts can be complicated. There can be very crazy yoga formation through nakshatra, through navamsa, through more complex yogas, but very unlikely. So Sagittarius would have 7th Lord and 10th Lord Mercury directly involved in this entrepreneurship yoga in Tula, in a Libra. So based on this 3 points, relationship, prashna, and now yoga connecting both relationship and career life business, we are saying this would be most likely Sagittarius Lagna. It's easy to choose Rashi. We have 3 options. What about Navamsa with the 9 options? This could be troublesome and we need some help. But you know also what would be helpful? If you would hit the like button, also subscribe to the channel, join our community in Discord. You have the link in the description. Among all these 9 signs, it would be nice to have a tool to reduce it to 3. And we got very nice instruction here, coming from tradition. If the chart is lost, we don't know the time, that usually the Navamsa will be Kendra to Mandi. Again, we're using Mandi, but now Kendra to Mandi in the Navamsa. So that would restrict the whole process to Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. And these 3 are again challenging because dual signs are aspected by Raśi Drishti. So whatever we will say about health, relationship, career life, we will be using 7 and 10. It will hold true for all these options because through aspect, I could easily be finding this yoga. Whatever I can say about Pisces, I would also say about Sagittarius and so on. So I need to find some event or some method or some yoga which will only be fitting for that specific options and will not be there in the other 2. And we know that after the first marriage, person started a very serious relationship in Venus-Jupiter. Now the Jupiter is 2nd house for Gemini option. For Gemini ascendant in the Navamsa, Jupiter is in the 2nd. And why 2nd house? Because in the Navamsa, 7th is the first marriage, 2nd is the second marriage, and 9th house, 8 from the 2nd, will be the 3rd marriage or serious relationship. In Vedic astrology, we also have this privilege to have this distinction between the order of marriages, relationship. There is different karma, different story, and so on. So we have this psychological makeup in the Raśi, the general karmic distributors of the situations, circumstances, and the patterns which will be repeating every time, but also each relationship will be different objectively as a karma, as some karmic experience. And also each relationship may activate different yogas in the Raśi chart. Therefore, we have this distinction in the Navamsa that each relationship will be defined by different yogas and planets and signs and so on. And as you know, Navamsa is very necessary. We are using it all the time. Without Navamsa, we don't have the substance, direction, intensity matter is lost. So by these options, now we got Sagittarius Raśi and Gemini Navamsa. And then we can proceed further. We are already almost like time from birth certificate or hospital record and so on. We have these 3 nice plugins, Mandi and Moon. Then we got the natal 3 rules, and we finished with that Mandi and Navamsa, the Kendra, this option to choose only 3 in the Navamsa. So with these rules, the whole rectification process is becoming more easy, transparent and clear and methodical. Imagine if we would not have these options, this would be nightmare, because the more yoga formation you know, the more options are now becoming available to you. And the farther you go in each branch, not only in astrology, but in each branch, there is this, we could say, this tendency that it becomes more complicated. Then again, it becomes more easy, but you need to go after the peak. Thanks for watching till the end. If you got to this moment, I'm very happy. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you like to get similar videos in the future. Join our Discord community for one-on-one session. Please hit me up with this email. And if you are hungry for more Jyotisha videos like this, then please consider watching this.